IT Act again 8 to 10 marks. Invariably of late either they will ask you from the amendments, usually it's from the amendments, or they'll ask you the penalties. We will do all that, like for each penalty, what is the, for each offense, what is the penalty? Clear? Or they will ask you the upcoming, whatever was amended in 2008. As you know, IT Act first came into existence in 2000. The proposal came sometime in 1996. So 4 long years they spent to draft a policy. You will see all that. It's one of the most interesting chapters. Then tomorrow we will be doing chapter 8 and 9, which is very, very important. See, the general attitude of students is either people will prepare SDLC and control objectives only for the reason that it covers maximum number of pages in your ICAI material, or they will leave those 2 chapters and prepare all other chapters. These are common trends only because they feel it is long. Because unless you know the other chapters, if you are directly going to take SDLC or control objectives, it is very, very evident that you will sleep. Because you don't know why at all you are studying that. How will you study? You are opening the book. It's only English, still you study. The other thing in Isca is, the minute you study, you go through it, will appear. It will only appear as if you have understood. Because all these are life lessons, you know. Yes? But when you start writing, people literally slog. That's because it requires repetitive reading. Even for people who are doing it in May, I want you to do it as and when we do. See, Monday to Wednesday you have class here. Try to spend the other 4 days in whatever manner possible. Even if you spend 2 hours a day, it's very good, it's sufficient. So 2 hours a day, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 8 hours. So whatever we do here, for about 9 hours or whatever, 15 hours, it's 8 hours is enough for you to revise. So do that and come the next week, only then it will be better for you. You will really be able to use this course. Otherwise, if you are just going to pile up things and then do it, you lose touch. Yes? And you can also do this as and when we do, the day immediately. Today, if I'm completing 1 chapter, go home, look at your scanners, look at the past papers, look at your practice manual. It will only take half an hour. Just have an understanding as to what are the common questions they ask. See, in every chapter, there are few areas which they question repeatedly again and again. So those, if you want to omit some chapters, or if you feel that some chapters have to be given secondary importance, if you simply focus on these areas and leave the other areas also, it's absolutely fine. See, out of the 10, at least 7 or 8 you should be thorough. To get minimum of 60, 65, if you aim. But you know, last time people have scored 90s, 80s. Her highest score was 89. So that girl, she always used to write during the class. As and when I tell, she used to take running notes. Apart from that, she had a notebook where she noted all the important points of every chapter. And she always carried a highlighter. See, all this, though we brand it a little schoolish, it will help you. Because the basic psychology remains the same. When something is colorful, you will get attracted. Isn't it? So use highlighters, use color pens, keep underlining. That's the way you study. In fact, at your home, if you find good space, take a chart, mark all the important things, stick it, or you can take A4 sheets, start writing like a project. So that when you study for an exam, you know these are the areas I need to concentrate. Clear? Okay. So information system concepts. So you have heard enough of what a system is, isn't it? What is a system? See, and before we move on to this, I would like to tell you something. The material that is being given to you, it is only a guideline material. It is not a textbook. Clear? It will help you to do revision. For that matter, any subject. But according to me, Isca, though, with due respect to all the great authors who are surviving in India, who have written Isca, I will still tell you your ICI material is the best. This material that I have given you is only for your understanding. Whatever you want, you can pick it up from that. You keep studying from this first. You be thorough with this material. But does not mean that you will leave ICI material. You need to go through. I will give you examples where they asked picked out words which student did not know, but it was such an easy question. I will give you all those illustrations as we go ahead. Clear? So you need to go through, but at the same time, It's not necessary that you have to do it verbatim from your ICA material. You first be thorough with this material. Once you're done, you have a vague idea. Yes, you know what your Isca is. Then go to your ICA material, keep underlining. But at least once you have to go through. Because you are doing a course and that textbook is given by your institute. For that matter, any subject, you need to go through the mother material. Clear all of you? Okay. And the slides, as and when you want, you can copy. But beyond a certain time, I will not be in a position to give you time. So, it is with your smartness that you will copy in whatever manner you will understand. Yes? These are only highlights. So, whatever you want, you copy. Yes? Okay. So, what is the system? What is the system? Set of programs. Okay, then set of elements. Then set of processes. Yes. Then, pardon? Towards an objective. Yes. Then, can you give some examples of system? Human system. We have various organs working in uniformity so that you take oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. Then, what are the systems? Any system. Yeah, input, process, output. You input through the keyboard, the CPU does the processing, you get the output through the monitor. Then, examination is again a system. Yes, then, yeah, manufacturing industry, every process is a system. So as we said, basically, a system is a group of processes working towards an objective. So here if you see, let us take our economy. Our economy is a system. Here all the 5 M's or 4 M's, men, material, machine, money, working towards an objective called profit. Yes? This again system, as she said, you input data, you do the word processing, what you get is the output. This is just a simple example. Yes? Definition. Set of interrelated components. Operates collectively. Yes? What could be the third point? Common goals or common objectives. Clear? So 3 C's. Components, collectively, common goals. Yes? So whenever they ask you what is a system in 2 marks, you can write set of interrelated components operates collectively to accomplish common goals. Clear? See, and in the material I have given you, I would have given you a lot of space for you to note down. So, you try to merge up with whatever we do here. Ange you can note down instead of your notebook or somewhere. So that half your work is done. Yes? So what you can write is 3 C's. And just mention components, collectively, common goals. Just take running hints, that's enough. Yes? So set of interrelated components, it operates collectively to accomplish common goals. What do you mean by common goals? The components, all the components involved perceive goal as the same goal. Like an organization, the goal is profit. Isn't it? It cannot be like an individual goal. Yes? Yeah, always the common goal should win over. Types of system. Deterministic or probabilistic system, closed and open system. Yes? Deterministic systems. What do you mean by determination? It is predictable. What do you mean by probable? It is only a probability. It can or cannot happen. Suppose I say possible, it means it can. It will surely happen. Isn't it? So your deterministic system means operates in a predictable manner. Interaction among parts known with certainty. Because it is predictable, you for sure know how it will interact. It is certain. Yes? Example, calculator. Take 2 plus 3 should always be 5. It cannot be 4 or 6. So it is predictable. Yes? Clear all of you what is deterministic? As the name suggests, it is predictable, the interaction is certain, an example is calculator. See, one more thing before we go, I would like to tell you. I myself have seen books I myself have seen students who make these mnemonic codes. You know what is a mnemonic code? Like I told you, three C's. That is okay if you have slide codes. But some people go further extent and they, write sentences as codes. This is Shah Rukh Khan's first movie, and there will be 5, 6 points. Kindly do not do that. People who do not understand the subject only will end up doing that. It is not required at all. See, deterministic, what do you mean by determination? Predictable, certain. Example, calculator. You yourself can write? Yes? You have to learn it this way. See, if you are going to make mnemonic codes as sentences and do, you will only end up mugging up without understanding. Yes, this is only my suggestion. If you at all if you are having mnemonic codes, have mnemonic just one word you should have. Should not be sentences. Yes? Probabilistic system. Systems have a probable behavior. Probable, it can or cannot happen. It is uncertain. Degree of uncertainty. Example, human systems. You don't know how they will behave when. Yes? What you like today, you may not like tomorrow. Yes? So you understood what is probabilistic system? Pardon? Yeah, it is in a probable manner. That is, it is uncertain. It can or cannot happen. Closed system. It is self-contained, like your closed economy. You all would have studied economics, open economy and closed economy. So what do you mean by closed? It is self-contained. It doesn't have to go out. Like we say, some human beings are self-contained. So even to buy vegetables, they will order it door-to-door service. They will not go outside home because they are self-contained. Yes? Tend to degenerate. What do you mean by degenerate? Like, you would have invariably noticed people who are in business. They will never sell their subsidiary or other business to outside people. It is only inside their family. So because they are a closed system, they will degenerate. They will not generate. When I say generate, what do you mean by that? You go outside, you create more. When I say degenerate, what do you mean? I create subsystems within myself. I don't go out. Clear? Open systems. Interactions with external environment. Adapt to changes. Always open knowledge, we are open to changes. Yes? Clear? So interaction with external environment, adapt to changes. Yeah, that's why we had the LPG policy, new economic policy. We became an open economy. Yes? Then we move on to subsystems. See, the smaller units comprising a system are called subsystem and the larger unit is called the suprasystem or the environment. If you take that diagram, each small triangle is a subsystem. And when you assemble everything, it becomes a suprasystem. Or let's take the example of a university. An university had different branches like art, science, computers. So all these each are subsystem. But the entire university can be called as a suprasystem. This is what we call it as strategic business unit in your strategic management. Reliance Industries, every unit is a SBU. Hindustan Unilever, they deal with so many products. Every product is a SBU by itself. What do you mean by that? It is a subsystem. It can function independently. And as a whole, you call it as suprasystem. Clear all of you? Constructing systems from subsystems. That you call it as decomposition. There are various ways. First one we will see decomposition. Breaking it into smaller identifiable blocks. Schools to classes, classes to sections. Or there is another example. Your chemical reactions. What is Cl? Not bad. Chlorine oxide will give you chlorine plus oxygen. Yes? So decompose. See, what we are seeing now is constructing systems from subsystems. What are the various ways? First way is decomposition. What do you do from the suprasystem? You create subsystems like schools to classes to sections. Yes? Guys, anytime if you feel that I have moved to the other slide, you raise your hand and play the previous slide. Yes? Or during break also, if you tell me, if you note down, I can replay it. Yes? Then the simplification, organizing subsystem to reduce the number of interactions. See, for example, the entire US economy wants to represent something. Not every citizen will come to the media and talk. There is a presiding authority or a representative. That's why we create class reps. What do you mean by that? A leader who will represent the class. Today we have this power problem in Tamil Nadu. Who do you think is negotiating with other states or the Prime Minister? Obviously the Chief Minister. Not everyone who is for or against Kudangulam can go talk. There is a presiding officer who will represent. So this is called, you simplify the system. Everybody is going to go talk, it will be a huge chaos. See, invariably you would have noticed it in hospitals. Suppose a person is in critical stage. The doctor will come, he will say maybe few words. He will be a man or woman of few words. He will talk 2-3 words and go. Because he knows it will take 4 or 5 days for him to give you a stable information. But what we will do, as and when a compounder, Aya, nurse goes, as they come out, we will ask, how is the patient, how is the patient? So everybody will give their own view, isn't it? Naal agu, anch agu, and it will go on. So here there is lot of chaos. Yes? So what we have to do? We have to simplify the system. There should be only one spokesperson. In fact, when we do SDLC, you will understand, when we construct the software also, you have to appoint a media person who will talk to the media. Today, TCS is a well-known company. Infosys is a well-known company. They create so many software for banks. In fact, TCS software for State Bank of India was one of the most talked about software, your core banking solution. So when they were creating it, obviously media, all the eyes are on you. You need to talk. You can't simply keep letting out information. Yes? So you should always appoint a media person who will be given a written speech. He will come and only speak that. Yes? Decoupling should always be low. Coupling is the measurement of interconnection between subsystems, making subsystems self-reliant, reduce dependency on other modules. Suppose the same hospital example we will take. A normal drips bottle got over. Should the nurse immediately replace it, or she should wait for the doctor to come and give her an instruction and she should do? She should do it by herself. So there are certain things which you should be doing it in a self-reliant manner. You don't need anybody to tell you. There is a power cut now, for example. Anyway, there is going to be a power cut. You don't have to wait for the coordinator. Any of you can immediately switch off the light so that we save power. These are simple things. Even at your home, though you have battery or you don't have battery, immediately the power goes off, you should have that natural instinct to switch off the TV, isn't it? So decoupling should always be low. Yes? What do you mean by coupling? Interactions between subsystems. Yes? See, we saw what a subsystem is. Then interaction should be low. They should work in cohesion. Subsystems should work in cohesion to achieve a greater objective. At the same time, the interaction should be low. It is like an organization. When employees talk too much, it ends up in gossip. At the same time, they should work together to achieve the organization's objective. So decoupling and coupling should be low. Decoupling means you are making the subsystem self-reliant. Clear? All of you? Highly coupled. This is how it looks, like a jigsaw puzzle. Yes? Preventing system entropy. It means preventing unavailability. What do you mean by entropy? It is like burnt out. People call burnt out condition. When a person is so exhausted, he is into the peak of his depression, we call it burnt out. See, some people, when they get into too much pressure, even if they are capable, healthy, wise, they will not be able to do something. They'll simply be sitting and they'll simply while away the time, isn't it? This is called entropy, which implies your mind is blocked to do any further thing. You feel tired. Many of you simply would have traveled, but you would not have exerted yourself, still you feel tired. Why? Because your mind is worn out. Yes? So we will see what is entropy. Maintaining entropy through inputs to repair, replenish and maintain system is called negative entropy. When you repair it, it is called negative entropy. Hold on, when we see the example, you will understand. Ice melting in a warm room is a common example of increasing entropy. So you keep the ice in a warm room, obviously it will melt, isn't it? Negative entropy, maintenance input, is switching on the AC. See, always you need negative entropy. Entropy is bad, it is exhaustion, it is burnt out condition. Yes? What we need is negative entropy. See, here generally students perceive entropy is good, negative entropy is bad. It's vice versa. Yes? Entropy means exhaustion, burnt out condition. You need negative entropy to maintain it. That's why I give ice melting in a warm room is a common example of increasing entropy. See, this ice melting example, these examples, you will not find it anywhere. Kindly note down. These are very, very unique examples. These are taken after a lot of research. So, entropy, you note it down. Ice melting in a warm room is a common example of increasing entropy. You know it's a warm room. You are placing a block of ice. Obviously, it will melt. So, it is entropy. You know it. So, how you can give the maintenance input, negative entropy? Switch on the AC. This is a simple thing. Or you take off the ice. That is different. Clear all of you? Yes? System stress and system change. As you know, human system, we also undergo stress. There is a research report which says every human being after 45 minutes needs a break. Even if you are studying from the 45th minute to the 50th minute, even if you are energetic, if you are strong, even if you are studying, it will be blocked. Whatever you are studying, it actually doesn't go inside. That's why in colleges and school also you have this genesis, 45 minutes of period. Why? This is the genesis because human brain cannot function beyond 45 minutes. Yes? Force transmitted by system, suprasystem causes systems to change to achieve better goals. Like university. We saw the example, you have various subsystems, departments. So the vice chancellor will be giving constant pressure. We need more average, we need more admission. Generally there is more admission in arts and science. Humanities is taken a toll. Could give more admission. So there is lot of pressure. So how will they change? They will change their marketing idea. So they will think of means and measures to improve their what? Admissions, improve their facilities, improve their materials. Yes? Types of stress, change in goal set, change in desired achievement level, etc. See, invariably, the common example we see is computerized environment. Suppose a manual environment, you are switching over to computerized environment, people undergo a stress. And if people are old people, they are veterans, they will all the more undergo stress because they are not used to computers. Yes? See, the common problem we find now is many organizations have digitized their leave management system. Gone are those days when you had to write a letter as I'm suffering from fever, grant me 3 days. That's gone. Now people, they don't have to take the signature of anybody. They have a software, they can simply pin in their leave. And immediately the approval will go to the MD or whoever it is, he will grant. It is all within seconds. And it will show you, the software will show you how many days leave you have, what are the types of leave, etc. So, people who are old, generally, they are scared to use the software, mainly because of, they don't know. It is only main reason is ignorance. They are not used to computers. What they will do, they will call the youngsters who have been recently appointed. They will say, "Ana konjam leave pin pani kudu." Actually, by audit, do you think it is right? It is not right because they are sharing their password. Every employee will be given a username and password to pin leave. What they will do is leave done. They will call some youngsters, give their password, they will tell you pin the leave because they are scared to use it. So how you can combat all this? Only by training the users. We will see all that in SDLC. Yes? So generally types of tests is change in goals, change in desired achievement level. Target. People talk about target, isn't it? Impact. When they react, it is structural change, process change. If they react to the stress. If they don't react, if they are inert, it will lead to ultimately decay. What do you think could be the examples? Like many organization companies, Today we have the access card system. We have the attendance register. Can they still say, I will continue with manual attendance? No. What will happen? Today employees are more smart. Probably 1950s, 60s, people were scared to do some mistakes. But today, these all technical mistakes. We have gone beyond all that, isn't it? So you cannot keep continuing. I will continue only manual attendance. Can you say that? You cannot. So people who react to these changes, they have growth. People who are inert, ultimately they will decay out of the market. Clear all of you? Recap. So building systems and subsystems, you have decomposition. We saw the schools, classes, sections. Simplification, we saw the Obama example. Then decoupling, we saw the jigsaw puzzle. Then negative entropy, ice melting in a warm room. Stress and system change set in goal achievement, desired target level. Clear all of you? So, what have we seen from morning? 1 hour. We saw what a system is. We saw the outline of your syllabus. We saw system, supra-system and subsystem. Then we saw building systems from subsystems. Yes? Are you all thorough till here? Yes? You want me to recap? See, entropy is bad. It is exhaustion. It is burnt out condition. You know something is not going to work out, still you do it. Ultimately, it will only decay. It will lead to decay. So how do you negatively entrope it? That means entropy na, and it is bad. Negative entropy na, and double negation. So it becomes positive. So ice melting in a warm room. You have a warm room. Like there is a courtyard there. I go keep a block of ice. We are providing juice for everybody. Obviously the ice will melt. I knew it, but I still do it. So what I can do now? What I can do now? See, I know if I come by walk from, even from Kabalishwar temple or from Las, even if I come from walk, I know it is peak summer, I'm going to get burnt out. But I still do it. Yes? Having done it, I get exhausted now. So what should I think? I should think of some ways to prove myself, to come out of it. So what I can immediately, I'll walk and switch on the AC. Many people would have noticed. They'll come fully sweat. AC pode, AC pode. They'll just enter, they'll make a big hue and cry. Isn't it? Even if you would have entered after playing, you would have entered your home, you would have asked your mom, fan pode, or AC pode. Because you are that burnt out. Clear? That's called negative entropy. Clear? If you remember, see, whenever this entropy you have a confusion, say the example to yourself again, you will be clear. Like ice melting in a warm room. So what do you do? Negative entropy is switching on the AC. If you remember it, you will be able to write. Clear all of you? See, this entropy and all could be a common question in your campus also.